Question. I record all my sessions just so that you can always go back and rewatch it later. I'll upload it to YouTube under an unlisted link. But with us having a longer session today, would you mind if we streamed it once we kind of get through the more boring stuff in the range?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, sweet. All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's go hop on down.
World, how bad I am.
You're not bad, bro. You were playing good that one night. That other guy wasn't. All right, so let's start off. Let's grab whatever two guns you kind of vibe out with. Flatline, cool.
Flatline car or R9.
All right, we're gonna grab all blue attachments here. Let's see, laser sight. We'll grab purple shields.
Which skill to hone? I have reached the maximum level. Acceptable.
2x or 1x, doesn't matter.
You can grab whatever sight you want. Just everything else should be blue.
Cool. How though?
Oh, you need to grab the Evo cache. Yeah, so you grab the swap, which goes away if you haven't earned the Evo.
Noted.
All right, sweet. So, obviously our goal is to kind of like learn how to rank up consistently. Did you have any other goals in mind? Like, did you want to learn anything in specific before we kind of start diving into certain things?
So I know that my biggest issues are rotations, fight entry, for instance, because I'm not a person who can fight from distance. Like I don't poke well, but trying to be a fragger and running in to start the fight and get the damage off of it without getting knocked. That's a big thing because I'll be able to push in and get the damage, but getting out and getting to safe while my team makes their way in has always been a problem for me. And then like I
Okay.
said before, like crossing in the open without getting beamed.
Yeah, so like leading but not getting shit on while leading.
Exactly.
Okay. That is definitely something that most people have an issue with. So yeah, we'll definitely work on that today. Especially like, do you main Bangalore?
Yeah.
She's like one of the best legends for this type of situation. So yeah, we'll definitely have a really good session here. This is what we're gonna do. If that's the main concern, that's basically what we're just gonna be focused, like what we're gonna learn regardless throughout the day. What we're gonna focus on for maybe about the first 30 or so minutes is I want to make sure that you have like a good understanding of like the fundamentals of a fight, how to move your body, how to peek, manage your health. We're gonna work out any small kinks right here in the range, and then obviously with it being a ranked session, we're going to spend majority of the time in ranked focusing on like rotations, zones, how to take team fights, how to set up team fights, recover team fights, all that good stuff. So let's get you started off right over there, opposite side of the pit. What we're going to do first is we're going to do a series of 1v1s, no healing, no abilities. We're going to look at raw mechanics here, work out any of the physical issues. Everything else will kind of just be bonus when it comes to abilities. That'll be like you know, like an extra umph when it comes to our gunfights. So we'll both ping, say, hey, I'm all ready to go. And then whoever pings last, we'll just go off of their ping, okay?
Alright.
All right, cool beans. I'm going to start off really easy. I'm going to progressively get harder and harder and harder. That way we can kind of start working out little things here and there.
I'm taking shots. I downed an enemy.
All right. It's our warm-up. It's a warm-up.
Contact. We got company, people. Getting shot at. I downed an enemy.
So between these rounds, give me a second. I'm just gonna kind of like write some stuff down. That way you can always like go back and refer to it.
Just let me know when you're ready.
My shields are low. Should get them back up. Should recharge my shields. They're low. Hostile right here.
Hostile right here.
Okay.
Tango near me.
Hostile right here. Getting shot at. I'm taking shots. Contact with hostile.
Hostile right here. Contact.
Oh, there we go. Are you controller or are you mouse and keyboard, by the way?
Controller.
Okay.
Spotted me. I'm taking shots. Enemy.
All right, so right away, let me kind of start off by asking you this. Would you consider yourself to be a very aggressive, or would you consider yourself to be a very passive type of player? Or like how would you consider your play style to be?
I would say it's more aggressive.
You would? You say aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay, would it surprise you to say that you are probably one of the more passive players that I've coached?
Really?
Yeah, 100%. So when we say aggressive, right, a lot of people, they kind of think of it like, oh, like I'm trying to swing, or, you know, like they kind of like overcomplicate it. Aggressive really just means, are you engaged and are you trying to shoot your gun? Are you basically being aggressive? Are you putting pressure? Are you engaging with that person? And 90% of the time in our 1v1s right here, you weren't even shooting at me. You notice how a lot of the time, whenever you would kind of poke out, like I'd already be shooting at you, even though you weren't in the open yet.
Uh-huh.
Did it kind of feel like it was hard to look at me?
Yeah.
That's aggressive. That's aggression. That's engagement. So when we were fighting each other, you were looking. So for instance, right, you would be peeking, and you knew where I was. You know that I'm playing this corner here, but you're not actually keeping me from coming out and re-engaging you. So your passivity, your lack of trying to hold me back, is what's allowing me to start engaging with you. And now that I'm engaging you, I'm doing something. The more that I do, the less that you can start doing. And now that you're not doing anything and you've become passive, I can be more aggressive with you. And now that I'm doing more, you're doing less. And now I'm doing more. and you have to do less, and I use that to do more, and you start doing less, and it creates this really bad downward spiral effect. So because you start off your fights already being very passive, it's basically forcing you to be even more submissive once someone starts to do literally anything, and it can be as simple as just shooting their gun on the corner that you're playing. So here's the root cause of what's going on from kind of, what I've seen so far. We establish a gunfight with each other. You're doing already a fairly good job of establishing where I am. You find a spot to look at me from where you are, right? So like, for instance, let's just do this. I'm gonna toggle friendly fire. Do me a favor, ping where I'm playing right now. Yep, spot on. Okay, find a corner or find an angle that looks at where I'm playing. There you go. Okay, so cool. This is maybe our engagement then. Right? This is our engagement. Here's the thing. Now that you know that this is where we're fighting, this is what you do. You wait to see me. So what I want to do right now, we're going to do a test. I want you to shoot me before I shoot you. All right? We know where each other are. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Stay where you are and just try to shoot me before I shoot you. Well, I will stay where you are. Stay where you are, right? Where? My bad, here. Like play this corner. All right, so we're gonna like peek each other, and I want you to try and shoot me from where you are, right? Because we're peeking. Shoot me before I shoot you. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Like, wasn't that kind of hard to react to?
Uh-huh.
You didn't know when I was gonna push. You didn't know how deep I would push. You didn't know how I would push. Maybe I hit a wall jump on you, and now I'm like in the air and not on the ground, right? Maybe I stop short. Maybe I slide deep. Right? You just don't know. So it's really hard to predict, and it's really hard to fight against. So what we don't want to do as a player, especially someone who's being proactive and being aggressive, trying to control a fight, we don't want to wait to see what happens. We want to prevent something from happening instead. So you know where I'm playing. Instead of just waiting to see me, you should be consistently and conscientiously trying to hold me in my cover, trying to pre-fire where I'm playing. So right now, imagine there's an imaginary hitbox in this area that I'm moving in and out of. This is where I'm going to peek you from. All right? So now, just start pre-firing, start pressuring me. And just keep pre-firing me here. Every time I come out and shoot, you're already engaging that spot, so you're walking into it, right? So one of two things is going to start happening when you just normally start engaging where you see someone playing. One of two things is going to happen. One, you're going to hit that player because, well, they're strafing into your shots and they're going to be forced to look away. Or two, you're going to be pressuring and they're not going to look at you and they're going to still want to look away because they don't want to get hit. So let's try to put something into perspective here. Let's put you on that piece of cover right there. I'm going to play way on over here. When we're taking a gunfight with each other, right? Are we poking in and out of our cover, or are we just standing here and just
Poking in and out of cover.
I mean, why would I do that though? I mean, what if I just one mag you here? Like, what would be the benefit, if any, of just poking in and out of my cover?
So that I don't get one mag, so I can take less damage and hopefully apply damage to you so I can move forward.
Yeah, exactly, right? Moral of the story, basically what you just said, manage your health, right? Cover lets you actually manage that shit. Well, here's the deal. When we start getting into like high plat, diamond, especially master pred, guys, like they just don't get broke. Like motherfuckers will not take damage because they know how to play that piece of shit. Like they know how to play cover like a stripper pole. Like they can dance around this like so easily. So because poking, right, is mostly like jiggle peeking, managing our health, it's so hard to get that opportunity that, oh, he's broke, walk off this. It's really hard to get those opportunities to start pushing. So what we want to think about here, shooting our gun, or rather poking and peeking, it's less of a tool to get damage. It's more of a tool to create opportunities, or a better way to word this, it's more of a way to create passivity. So right now, if you start shooting at me, what am I going to do? Am I going to stand here?
You're going to go into cover.
I'm going to go into cover. So you shooting your gun naturally, whether it be holding my angle, start pre-firing in my corner. Oh, fuck, I can't look at you. Right? Or if you just hold me here, I won't look at you, right? You shooting your gun creates passivity. So now that you've made me passive and I'm in cover, can you shoot me?
No.
Why not? You literally shot me a second ago. Like, what? What would you have to do if you wanted to shoot me now? Yes, what would you want to do? You'd have to force that angle. So what we need to understand is poking and peeking, it's very hard to get knocks and to get breaks. Right? So we need to use this as a chance to start crossing up through the open. We're not using it as a way to get damage. That's just a side effect of shooting your gun. Right? It's really just to get these guys to look away. And now that we can start inching closer, can you just play right here for a sec? We transition from a situation where we react to if they're in the open. I can shoot you, you can't shoot me, we can shoot each other, no one can shoot each other. And we transition from a reactive standpoint to a proactive standpoint where I don't even need to wait to see you. I can just make me see you and I can force that fight, which was what happened in that one game that we played together, right? We were poking at that team. They looked away and we didn't push, so nothing happened. We wanted to, in the right situation, what we were trying to do before that guy just did not want to play the game, we wanted to move up because they couldn't see us. They were too busy doing something, healing, reviving, reloading, and we're using that passivity to cross through all of this dangerous space to a situation where I don't need to wait to see you poke out of your cover. I'm going to swing you and make you take damage. So basically, to recap that, we are being ultra aggressive by poking and holding that angle. Don't look at me, or I actually hit you and I use that to inch my way up. I'm not full sending that. Now that I'm in a distance that is comfortable to swing, right? And this could be something like a jump pad, an ash portal, a slide jump, a wall jump, whatever is comfortable for the situation that you're in. Now that we're within this range, the next time I can create passivity from this team, he has to look away. I use that to cross up and I force this fight. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes total sense.
All right, so let's put this to the test. What we're going to do to like really kind of hone this in, we're not going to use the whole pit. We're going to stay on like the current half that we're on. You're going to play right there. If you want, you can still come into the middle portions. Just don't come to this back portion over here. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Now what you're going to do, your goal, remember, the way that we're like angling people, or rather the way that we're peeking people, don't shoot me. Shoot the area that I should be standing in. So now it's less about tracking, it's less about reactiveness. It's more about just controlling recoil into imaginary hitbox that I stand in, that I move in and out of. You're just going to start naturally hitting shots. Like, you're not even going to try. Other than controlling your recoil, you're just going to hit me no matter what. I promise you. All right, whenever you're ready. I gotta look away. That's a chance for you to cross up. And now you're in front of me. And if I just kind of wait to see what happens. Like, how much faster was that fight right there?
A lot faster.
Right? You notice how you weren't even really like shooting at me. You were just like pre-firing and you were just making me constantly look away. You're just instantly always hitting me. Right? That is what pro players are doing. That is why their gameplay looks so smooth and seamless. It's because they're not really even fighting. They're just holding you, and they use the fact that you can't look at them as a chance to get close. And now that they're close, they just swing you because they don't, like me, I didn't know that you were going to climb up and get behind me. Right? I heard you go into cover, and then before I knew it, I looked up and you were already like breaking my ankle.
Hostile close.
Okay.
I can't look off that. That's you taking a step closer.
Oh.
I'm down.
There we go. Nice. So this is the gist of it. Obviously, there's still a lot missing. How we manage our health on the move up. When do we move? Different techniques to help us move faster. Different techniques to peak and manage our health more. How much should we be shooting? There's so many little things that start to like add on to this and take this very basic concept to a more like in-depth one. But right there, what you just did, this is the gist of what we're doing. Now, really quick, what is our end goal with our gunfight? Right now, we're poking and we're peeking. But what is the end goal of our fight?
To kill the team. Kill you.
Well, yeah, obviously. But how are we going to go from, like, we're poking, we're peeking? What is going to allow us to actually just poke and deal damage to actually make damage happen? What do we have to do? What is the end goal? We're starting off with the distance between us. What's the end goal?
Close the distance.
Close the distance. So we just talked about we're closing distance by putting pressure, right? How are we
Right.
putting pressure right now?
Just pre-firing you.
Yeah, we're physically putting pressure, right? We're making sure that
Right.
we're trying to hold that team down. So let's think for a second, because pressure doesn't just have to be physical with your gun. What's another way that we could force a team to be passive or basically keep them from looking at us?
My smoke.
Your smoke. Put a smoke on me. All right, I can't engage you, so now you kind of get to cross up through the open for free. And now that you're close, now you can start swinging me and putting that pressure on me.
Uh-huh.
Right? What's another way that you could do it?
Grenades.
Grenades, right? You throw a nade on me, I have to look away. You use that as a chance to
Right.
cross up a little bit. What's another way you could do
Right.
it?
Smoke, grenades. I would say ult, but that's a big waste.
No, it's
I'm not
not.
sure. I
Every-
guess an angle because it's gonna hold you in that spot.
Yeah, everything's a tool, right? So a lot of people they hold on to everything. "Oh, I don't want to throw my smoke until I need to. Well, every single situation you're in, you need to be doing something. So why would you just not use that tool, right? Like that's like
Right.
saying like you have a hammer, you need to hit a nail, and you're like, well, I don't know, because maybe I'll find something else to use instead of my brand new hammer. Like what the fuck? Like why do you have it then? So everything you have is a tool. As long as you're using it for a purpose, it's not wasted. I can throw a horizon ult on you, but if I just throw it and then don't follow up off of it, why the fuck did I throw it? Right? So as long as you're doing
Right.
something for a reason, it's not wasteful. Just do it. That's the biggest issue with plat players. Right? They don't want to smoke because what if I need it? What if they push us? Right? They don't want to use the ult because, well, they're not pushing us, so we're not holding them back. No, we're using it as a tool to walk up, right? To hold them where they are, because we're going to get shit on if we run through the open. So
Right.
with that in mind, we're going to keep practicing this technique. We're going to do it mostly mechanically, because this is the hardest part for most players. You don't always have a smoke. You don't always have your ult. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to get really tough on you with these peaks. I'm going to manage my health more, and I'm actually going to shoot back at you more. And now we're going to start tweaking how we work our way up, because this is the hardest part, like I said, for most players.
That's my problem. That miss.
Yeah. So I already have this written down. So in our notes, I already have this written down. Not peeking as often as we should be, not holding pressure, and poking too far out of our cover, swinging out of our cover to peek people, staying too long in the peak. What you're doing here, something that a concept that we want to think about, excuse me, everything that we do to someone, they can do back to us. So if you shoot your gun to the point, or rather, if you strafe out of your cover by basically doing this, you strafe all the way out here, you strafe all the way back in, watch this.
And I can hit you back.
It's not that you can't hit me back, it's the fact
No, I
that...
said I can hit you back.
Oh,
because you're
yeah.
so far out. Yeah.
Exactly. You gave me so much time to shoot my whole magazine, right? Because you're shooting your whole magazine. So what we want to think
Right.
to ourselves is, my goal is still to shoot the whole mag, but I have to break it up into portions so that I can add health management. So now, instead of strafing, instead what we're doing is we're peeking in and out of our cover. A lot of the time what you do is this: you slide out and then you fight in the open, or you strafe out into the open. This is the rule that we're going to use instead. We're going to aim down the side of our gun. Oh, by the way, here, just step off to the side. I'll kill you over here so that your box is out of the way.
Enemy down.
So let's aim down the side of our gun. And basically what we're going to do,
Yeah.
we're going to put the bracket of our sight touching what's giving us cover. So you're already doing it, right? Like your right bracket is touching the right corner. So now that we're here, we're taking our left thumbstick and we're flicking it into the cover. So now it's less strafing and it's more of a flick in, flick out to control recoil. Flick in, flick out to control recoil. Flick in, flick out to control recoil. So we're trying to engage, disengage, engage, disengage. Engage shit, engage, disengage, engage, disengage. And all we're doing is we're thinking about recoil control with the specific weapon that we're using and just shooting a laser into that imaginary hitbox that they're standing in.
Right.
All right.
Show me real quick, please.
Yep.
Okay. So as you're moving out, that's also aim smoothing.
So if you wanted to strafe outward, then you could use aim smoothing. But here's the deal. Aim smoothing works better with like medium to long strafes because you want to have time to actually pull sideways and kind of control that recoil. So if you're doing these really short strafes, it's really tough to... Here's the thing. The hardest part of an aim smooth is the initial adjustment to find how far you need to pull your stick to keep it level. So if you're constantly adjusting, you're constantly giving yourself that hardest part of finding the right like portion to pull your stick. And you basically have all these moments where your stick kind of like flicks and just isn't on target. So if you're fighting like medium distance or like you're fighting in and out of your cover here, trying to aim smooth, it's going to kind of flick your shit all over. So what I'm doing here is I think about flicking out, and then I put a burst of recoil into where I'm shooting. Step in, out, burst, step in. Step in, burst, step out.
Okay.
It's more of like a it's more of like a static way of shooting. You can kind of think of it like if I'm just going to look at this target here, I'm going to take a step out, control recoil, step in. Step, control recoil, step in. Step, control recoil, step in. And then when I do that off of a piece of cover, it looks like step, recoil, in. Step, recoil, in.
Okay.
It's less of a strafe, it's more of a flick to shoot.
Gotcha. Because with that short burst, you're not going to have so much recoil in it.
It's not so much that you won't have so much recoil, it's that here if you think of it like this is how I usually kind of like aim train my this is how I usually aim train. So check this out. I'm going to shoot this wall right here. Right? Do you have your hit markers turned on? You can see where shots land in your video settings. Yeah. Okay. So watch this. If I kind of shoot my gun here, right? Wait, I don't have my video settings turned on. Rep settings.
Oh
video,
yeah.
Impact marker. Oh yeah, impact markers is turned on. What the fuck? I guess there's just no patterns right there. Here, follow me right here. All right, here we go. So if I shoot my flat line, right? Every time you shoot your gun, it has the same pattern roughly. So what I'm trying to do when I'm shooting my recoil is I'm looking at the beginning portion of my pattern. What's the beginning portion of this pattern here? What's like the first like 5-6 bullets? Well, yeah, it's going up, right? But if I were to counter this, what would I do for both of these shots here?
Pull down.
Down and where?
You would pull down to the left.
Yeah, down and to the right here. It's pulling up left, so I pulled down right. So what I do with all of my favorite guns, I learn the beginning portion of the recoil pattern. So that way, when I flick out of cover, I can just shoot a straight laser beam. I just out, down to the right, down to the right, down to the right, down to the right. And that way, every time I stick out, it's just a straight laser, right? The last portion of your magazine, you're typically not getting to shoot that much because people are going to be looking at you, right? The only time that you can shoot that is if like just no one's engaging with you.
Right.
So what we're trying to just basically do here is we're trying to just step out, shoot that first portion of our magazine, keep ourselves in the cover, step out, first portion of the mag, first portion of the mag, first portion of that mag, first portion of that mag, and we're just focused on that recoil control. Now, that's going to be like a huge part of your health management, right? We're trying to shoot anywhere from like a quarter to a third of our mag. That keeps us from being in the open too long. We're flicking in and out of our cover. That way we don't stray too far off by accident and inadvertently stay in the open too long.
Right.
And now that we're shooting, when do we move up? This is something that I see you have a little bit of an issue with. When you're moving, you typically shoot, pause for a couple seconds, and then you move. And that pause is basically allowing your opponent to look away and then start watching because they're going to re-engage you, and they catch you making the beginning of your move all the way to the very end, and you're getting shot that whole time. So what we want to do is we want to think of it like this. Do you ever watch like Like, do you watch any sports?
Just UFC boxing.
Oh, that's literally my favorite way to like explain stuff. If I want to throw some crazy like uppercut or like I don't know, like big overhand swing on you, right? Can I just throw that, or do I need to
No.
set myself up for it?
You have to be in the right position to throw it.
Why though? Like, why don't I? I mean, I'm gonna knock you out. Why don't I just throw this big hook on you?
Because your opponent can also counter react or be in a better position to you, or you won't be able to actually land that shot because you're just throwing it into the open when your opponent's not even there.
Yeah, right. Or right, basically they can see it happening because it's such a big move, right?
Right.
Like, it takes a big setup for it. It has to be set up to be able to throw something without getting countered. That's the same concept here, right? If I just go for this move forward, whether it be like a physical like step forward, or even if it be like a swing on you to hit that big roundhouse kick, you're gonna see that shit coming, and you're simply just gonna go into cover or take a step back, and it's just not gonna land on you.
Right.
So I need to make sure that I'm setting myself up, right? I'm throwing my jabs. I'm making you block by coming into cover. But if I make you block and I don't move up right away, you're going to recover, and then you're going to see that I'm now throwing that big hook. So what we need to do is we need to follow through off of it. Now, here's the thing. A lot of the time, when you're setting yourself up for, let's just say, a big kick or something, right? Are you just, my bad. Are you going to throw your jabs and see if the person's set up? Or are you going to
throw my jab?
Right? You're basically going to understand when I do this, that's how he'll have to react, which means it's going to automatically be set up. Right? It's the same concept here. If I'm jabbing at you, I know you're going to look away, and I'm just going to move off that. If I'm hitting you, right? If I'm physically connecting shots, I know guaranteed you're going to look away. If I'm not connecting shots, I know that you're probably going to look away. Right. So what I'm just trying to do is I'm just trying to set myself up. Okay. Yeah, he can't look. I'm moving up a little bit. I know he's going to disengage that. And now that I'm closer, I'm just rinsing, repeating. Keep that pressure, keep that pressure, keep that pressure, and I can move up off of this. And if they don't block, if they don't look away, I'm just gonna punish them for free. That's like them staying close and letting me just keep punching them over and over and over again. Right? If they don't take that step back and give me space so that my kick can reach, right, and connect in the right distance, well, then they're just gonna keep getting hit by jabs.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see you try that here.
Oh.
Perfect. I only saw you get into the cover there, not the whole move. So now you're back to putting pressure. As soon as you get into your spot, you're back to putting pressure. There you go. So now you're keeping more health on the way over, and when you finally get there off of what you've been playing off of, you'll have all that extra health to play with. You can be more aggressive now. Right now, you're not going to get close and then have to pause, and then with that pause, I swing you, because you would have managed your economy on the move forward.
Right.
You see, you're stepping really far off your cover. It's making it easy to hit you. Height to your corner, flick out and pressure, flick out and pressure, all the way out in the open.
Okay.
So you're still strafing out. Yeah, it has to be so intentional that you're constantly putting yourself like on the tightest head glitches, and you have to be so intentional with playing so tight to your corner. Because like, dude, trust me, like I've been making that mistake all of this new season where I play just slightly off and I'm not consciously thinking about being tight, and I just get fucking laser beamed by pro players 24/7. As soon as I started like forcing myself to be very tight, like people just weren't touching me as much. And because they weren't touching me as much, I could just do so much more in my gunfights.
Making contact with enemy.
Nice. There you go, right?
Oh my.
Dude, like, how much smoother was that fight right there?
And I took a lot less damage for that fight also.
Yeah, that was so incredibly smooth, dude. That was perfect. So that
Okay.
right there, that's what we're talking about. That's what that other guy wasn't doing in that one match. That guy was just standing in the open getting shit on 24/7. All right.
So play your cover tightly as their teammate, as the person you're fighting is taking damage, and they look away from you. That use that opportunity to move forward and apply more pressure. Just
Exactly.
keep applying pressure, but while also managing your health.
Exactly. Yeah. Here's the
Okay.
thing. The moment you stop putting pressure, the fight can shift. There's an opening pretty much where nothing's happening. The next person to put pressure is now the one holding. So I could be losing. Like, let's just hit me for like 50 damage. Okay. I could be losing. Go into your cover. You stop putting pressure for a second. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And we're going to start putting pressure on each other. All right. And you're going to see how easy it is to like lose control of this fight. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
Right? You immediately lost because I started putting pressure first.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
So it's very easy to lose that. So that's why it's important when we're moving our way up and we can't keep putting pressure, we need to either find a way around it. So for instance, let's just say I can't shoot my gun right now. How could you you can't shoot your gun right now because maybe you have to reload or maybe you have to pop a cell before you make another move. What could you do right now to guarantee I keep looking away in the meantime?
Look you.
You put a smoke on me. So now put a smoke on me. So now I can't really see exactly where you're playing. You can reset really quick and then get back to putting that pressure on me.
Right.
Right? Or you throw a nade.
Right.
Hey, I got to reload. One sec, throw a nade, finish your reload. And now as that nade's going off, you're walking up through the open.
Okay.
Right? So again,
That goes back to using your tools.
Comes right back to using your tools. Dude, this is like the most basic shit ever. This is what separates high level players from low level players, and this is what really makes Apex one of the easiest, most simplest games in the world. How can you keep pressure? That's the only thing that matters. How can I just make sure that you're not comfortable looking at me or you're unable to look at me? That's the only thing that's important. Now, with that in mind, here's a massive thing that you've already been missing. It's how you swing up. Really quick, come up on here with me, or rather the distance that you use to swing up. I've been watching you make a lot of tiny moves, and you're basically dragging this fight out even longer than it could be. So for instance, let's just say this. You and me, we're in a gunfight. What do you think is a range that you could swing people? It can be a movement mechanic as a metric, or it can be like a number as a metric, like meters. What do you think is a metric that is swingable?
I would say in this distance at 7 meters, 3.
3 to 7 meters?
Yeah, 3 meters.
Oh, dude. All right, let's like
Just a quick slide jump.
more than double that.
Really?
Yeah, do it for me. Give me a bigger number.
20 meters?
Even more than that, dude.
50?
You had it first. It's like 30 meters.
30.
30 meters is swingable, like in literally a second and a half. So check this out. This box right here, this is about 13 meters from me, right? Just over 10. So if I'm fighting you right here, I'm pressuring. In one move, look at how far I just went. That right there
Might be something good.
is 16 meters from where I started.
Okay.
In one slide jump. Once the easiest mechanic in the game, a slide jump, can put you 16 meters. Now check this forklift here, it's about 20 meters from me, right? So if I'm putting pressure right here, this is probably the second easiest mechanic in the game. A wall jump puts me
Let's go this way.
23 meters from someone. Now, you can even extend this even further by just adding a very simple bunny hop, right? And now you're going 30 plus meters. So in literally a second and a half, 2 seconds, you can cover such a big distance off of something so small like you hit 50 damage on someone. And that's letting you make a massive move through the open. So here's the idea that you need to keep in your mind. Pressure, it becomes significantly more important the closer that we get to people. And as soon as we find ourselves within a 10 to 30 meter range, if you are not the one keeping pressure and there becomes a pause in that gunfight, there is a big opening for that team to make a play and cross up. So it's increasingly important that the closer you get, the more pressure you have. And if you're not putting pressure, you have to be hyper aware and hyper engaged and peeking and looking to make sure you possibly catch someone walking up through you. So this is what we're going to do really quick. I'm going to toggle friendly fire. I'm going to have you just sit in your cover. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And off of go, I'm going to push you. You're going to see how hard it is to react to something 13-ish meters away. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
Enemy down.
Okay.
Take that another step back. We'll even, again, we're going to highlight even just still how difficult it is to keep something
Did
that
you
far
want
away.
me shooting at you or no?
If you could, yeah, if you want to, definitely go ahead, or you can just look at it visually. All right, 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go. All right, you just get stuck there. It's so hard to leave. It's so
Yeah.
hard to be out of that fight. All right, and again, like you're seeing me move through the open from start to finish. So imagine you don't even get to see half the move because he made you look away for like half of a second.
Right.
It's going to completely ruin your gunfight. So once we pressure our way from, think about that one fight that we had, right? Like we were fighting like 100 meters away. We got a knock somehow. I don't even know how, right? That team had to look away. And now as we start inching our way closer, if we don't keep that pressure, things go south really quick, which is what happened. That guy stopped putting pressure and then boom, this motherfucker got knocked somehow. Like what? Right? They started looking at him because we were so close. And because we're so close, it's kind of hard to get out of those fights, especially if you don't have like movement.
Shields, they're low.
So with this in mind, you ready to go hop into some ranked and kind of put this all to the test?
Let's just do one more little firing range,
Let's do
1v1,
it.
and then I think I should be good.
Let's do it.
I want to practice what you were saying.
So this is what I want you to do. This range, not like the range itself, like the firing range, the range that we're swinging in, it can be kind of hard to gauge how close or how far something is until it kind of becomes muscle memory. Until you're comfortable with it and you can visually see, just ping where you see me playing. Oh, that's 20 meters. I'm pushing that shit. All right, that's a wall jump. That's a slide jump.
So 20 meters, yeah.
So just think of it like this. A wall jump is 20 meters. A slide jump is 10 meters, roughly. Okay.
Okay,
All right, we're gonna use this whole pit now.
gotcha.
Hostile close.
Enemy spotted. Near me.
Tight to your corner. Pressure off the corner, not in the open.
Oh,
Enemy down.
It's good effort there. You just lost that last push would have been probably decent if you had managed your health better on the move forward to begin with.
okay.
Right? So you just lost a lot of extra health for no reason. Really quick, I forgot to mention this. Do you know what an instant slide is?
I think it's when you have your gun out, you unholster it and then slide it.
Okay, so yeah, you totally butchered that. So we'll definitely teach you this so that you can be moving around a little bit better. So everyone knows when your gun is in your hand, you run a little bit slower compared to when your gun is put away, right? You get that movement speed boost. Awesome. So right away, like something that you just need to be doing, if your goal is to move that gun goes down, like I don't give a shit. Like holster your gun, go from A to B quicker. It's boom, bada bing, bada boom. Instantly, you're a better player. Now, not only do you just run faster, but if your gun's in your hand and you want to slide, you have to take a minimum of 1, 2, 3 steps. If you go shorter than that, 1, 2, you got a dead slide. You're moving slow, you're not sliding, you're fucked, you're stuck in the open, you're dead. But if you holster your gun, you run fast and 1 step slide. So this instantly gives you the ability to start pushing off of cover way more aggressive. Watch this. So I'm fighting you on cover. Shoot. 1, 2, 3. Versus, check this out. I holster my gun in cover. Right? That's a massive visual difference. So this is what so you already have an issue. This is going to simplify it and make it super easy to understand and start implementing. Look at that, holster your gun.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that white dot in the center of your screen. You're on controller, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want you to hit your swap weapon input and tell me how long does it take for that dot to change from a dot, a holster crosshair to a weapon crosshair. How long?
The moment my gun's put away.
Well, how long roughly does it take for that crosshair, that dot to change from the time you input?
Half a second.
Yeah, spot on. So it takes roughly half of a second for your weapon to transition. Now, depending on the gun you're using, an LMG versus a pistol, it could be longer or it could be shorter. But roughly, yeah, it takes half of a second to transition. Keyword, transition. So here's the thing. If my gun's in my hand and I holster, it takes half of a second before I can start moving fast. And if my gun's put away and I hit swap weapon, it takes half of a second before I start moving slow again. So with this in mind, this is what we're going to do. We're going to shoot, holster, wait half of a second, and then when I hit swap weapon, I have half of a second where I can input an instant slide because the game still is treating my body like it's moving fast. So what it looks like slow paced is this. I'm going to peek, holster, pause half second, swap, step, crouch, jump. So I'm going to shoot, holster half second, swap, that starts the half second countdown, and within that half second, step, crouch, jump. Full speed, it looks like this. Shoot, holster, push.
So shoot, holster, no.
You see, you didn't wait that half second, so you try to do everything at once. Your body hadn't transitioned yet. So you need to practice shoot, holster in, wait a half second. Don't be afraid to wait. It's just half second. And then from there, swap, step, crouch.
Swap, step, crouch. All right, so shoot,
Holster,
wait,
swap, step, crouch.
step, crouch.
Just like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Shoot, that second, swap. Okay. Shoot, holster. Okay. Holster, swap, wait. Okay. Shoot, holster. I feel like I'm still doing it wrong.
It's you? Here, let me come over and see. Go ahead.
Shoot, holster.
Oh, that's it. That's spot on, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So the only thing that you can maybe do here is when you hit that slide jump, you play on toggle or hold to crouch.
Hold.
So the only thing you can do better here is just when you're in the air, keep holding your crouch so that you keep that slide and you can be shooting as you're moving up. Keep that momentum. So you're basically shoot, holster, move up. You can keep that momentum pushing forward. That's basically you keeping pressure on that corner.
Shoot, holster.
So if you're finding that you're getting stuck on the corner, which you are, what we're going to do is this. So here's a cool concept. You can sprint moving forward. You can't sprint moving sideways or backwards, but you can sprint moving on a 45-degree forward. So if I'm on a piece of cover, what I'm going to do, if I try to slide forward, I'm going to run into the wall. I don't want to slide moving away from my target and then look at him. Or I don't want to run around the corner and then turn and slide forwards. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step back off the wall and I'm going to slide, or I'm going to sprint on a 45-degree. That's going to help me slide outward. So what it looks like, if you want to stand right here,
Keeping an eye on that spot.
what it looks like on a piece of cover like this, I'm going to peek, holster, and I hook around the corner and I air strafe my body back around. So your stick is basically, your left stick is basically going to go 45, straight 45.
55, straight. Okay. Okay.
And now what's happening is you're always looking forward. So my crosshair is, let's just say I'm fighting this piece of cover here, right? I'm always looking at my target. So if he peeks me, it's really easy to go, oh shit, he's looking at me, holster my gun, turn around, and instant slide back.
Got it.
All right, let's do a couple more 1v1s, and let's go hop into some ranked. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to hit go live here on the tube view. Let me pause.
On my marker.
You're just gonna swing first. We're close, right? So remember, when we're close, we want to try not to peek. Because peeking lets people keep up their health. We want to try and swing. Swinging locks people in. It forces situations.
Okay.
All right, let's get it. Let's go hop on in. Chad, what? Everyone's saying face cam. District, where's the face cam? Should we throw on the face cam today? Is that the wave? Sub-district, I see you push before you reload. And just reload after you get to your cover. Yeah, 100%. Why would I reload before I move? If I reload before I move, what's gonna basically happen is I'm just holding myself from pushing. So you need to think, you shooting your gun, you're trying to make that person look away from you. Now, if I make you look away, and then I don't push right away, and I reload instead, by the time I finish reloading, you're already back to looking at me trying to move through the open. So instead of moving through the open when it's not safe, but my gun's fully loaded, I'm going to move through the open when it is safe and my gun's not loaded. And I'm just going to finish the reload when I get a little bit closer. Hand cam, if possible. Okay, I think I can actually do the hand cam today. It's not going to be an actual hand cam, but it will be like a keyboard input display. So let's see. I think I need to open up my desktop for that. Desktop. No board. Open. Okay. I don't know if I want to throw on the face cam today, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I look pretty rough. I look really rough today. Guys, I'm sick. I don't know if you guys saw my last YouTube upload, but me and Lexi are currently sick. I've been sick for the last week. I got Lexi sick last night. She woke up today not feeling the greatest. How do I look? Do I look like a homeless person? Kind of. I kind of do. Oh shit, it's covering my my shit here. I love you, Lex. I made you. I know. Technically, you got yourself sick because you wanted to kiss me. So, fuck. I'm on Wraith. Did not mean to pick Wraith. Oh, God.
I'm in a class of my own.
All right.
Hell no, I'm not.
You don't be jump?
Nah, bro.
Aw, boo. Boo. We'll swamp it up. We'll go Shrek style and swamp it up. Oh. Okay, I think we're safe. Alright, let's see. R9.
That's crazy. Not a single weapon in this play.
Oh, there we go. Keep the heavy energy. Got my L star. Love that.
Gun bolt here.
Shot a bolt here.
Rampage Hemlock is all I've found so far.
You can craft a gun too, right? Or like you can get it off of the thing.
Yeah.
So you're chilling.
Here. Sniper. Ring's closing in a minute. We're not close.
All right. So right now, so especially with ranked right now, it's very third party central. Really, the most important thing that we want to be focused on in a ranked mindset, in a ranked setting, is the end game. Everything we do should be in preparation for the end game. Basically, what that means is, right now we're focused on like gathering loot, so that come mid game we can defend ourselves and we can fight for end game positions. Early game helps us set up to fight for the end game or to fight for mid game position. Mid game is all about making sure that you can secure the end game position, if that makes any sense.
Right around when it hits like 10 squads left is when you're gonna start going for position for endgame.
Well, not so much the squads left, but more so the rounds of the map, because we know we have a better idea as to where the zone is playing. Like right now, like let's look at map, right? It could go airbase, runoff, spotted light containment, it could go pit, it could go bunker, it could pull artillery. Like we really don't know, right? But come next round, we'll have a better idea as to where exactly it'll be pulling. So right now what we're doing is we're looking for fair, safe fights to level up our shields. We're looking to hit unlooted POIs. We're looking to craft our weapons, hit evo caches, weapon supply bins, right? All that good stuff.
Evo harvester here. Let's go over there.
And we're also looking to play, if at all possible, edges of the map that have as minimal rotations into it as possible. So for example, open up your map for a second. Right? If we were to rotate this edge right here, capacitor, cage, labs, hydro, repulsor, swamps, the rig, basin is all rotating into there. If we rotate to the bottom map here, we go relic, we're only going to get that bottom portion of the map rotating in. So it's less likely that we're going to get thirded. It's less likely we're going to have people on our back. It's less likely we're going to run into teams that we don't want to.
Okay. Because we're on the smaller side of the map.
Am I hearing? No, it's you. Okay. Yeah,
What?
exactly. So we always want to try and stick semi on the smaller sides of the map, especially on such a tight map like KC, right? If you're mid map on KC, like you're running into literally everybody.
Every good choice changes the path.
Yeah, like if you're at the cage, for instance, or bunker
Yeah.
in that area.
Where's teammate going, bro?
I say we move there.
Can you open this weapon supply bin?
There's loot here.
Gotcha. You need a purple stock?
No, I got one. I'm good. A lot of people will kind of stress out about not getting any points, like early game. Your points come with just playing the match, right? Like you're gonna get points regardless. You're gonna get points playing for endgame. You're gonna get points pushing for spots that you need. You're gonna get points, especially in the endgame when you set up properly. There might be a team here. You're gonna get points just by holding people out. So you really don't have to stress about getting any kill, like any KP.
Even in like higher tier lobbies,
In high, like
Masters, Bread.
the only time it's important is in pred because you start the game minus 90, so those kills actually do really matter. But if you're not, I mean, like let's be real, everyone that we're fighting against here, like they're not pred, right? And that's the very end of the rank system. So as long as you can practice, you got to think, right? Like low rank is it's all about practicing getting two masters team right here in front of us. So right now we're going to run into this team, right? We're probably going to have to fight them. Let's think, if they're in front of us, right? We want to make it as hard for them to get to us as possible. So we're going to play height, right? And if we run into this team, it's going to be easier for us to work down than it is for them to work up. So we know there's a team here. We need to be actively looking to possibly take a gunfight.
They're near you. I think there's enemies in the area.
Do we see them right here in the open? They're super far. Don't
Yeah.
shoot. They're so far. Right? If we were to shoot here, they're going to start holding us out instead. So we're going to work our way in. Now let's look at zone, right? We still don't know where this zone is going to roughly be. We know there's a team roughly close to us in building here. So I'm going to portal safe. Whoa, what the fuck? It's two teams. I'm going to get off the roof so that they can't see us. We know that's where they're playing, so that's where we're trying to put pressure.
Behind you.
Okay, I'm just back here. They're walking up. I need to phase, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god, that couldn't have started like any worse. I'm batting. Cover. Angle.
Pipeline's walking up.
You gotta play corner. Right? You're not... So right there, let's start breaking how that went horribly wrong so incredibly quick. First thing that kind of happened here, let's leave the match so we can take a second and talk. The very first thing that happened, we started getting sniped from a team literally across like the map, and that kind of just griefed everything, right? There's like one person under us that we were looking for. That other guy all the way across started shooting at us. So now what would be a super solid spot to start from is now an awful spot because it's in the open relative to something else. So now we need to start kind of like reworking our way out of that fight. We play off of advantages, right? When we're taking our 1v1s in the range, you're playing off of like a fair angle that you're trying to work up off of. Well, now we're stuck in the open and we don't play in the open. So now we have to take ourselves out of this fight. And that can be repositioning where you are, or it can just be leaving, right? So now we need to start leaving. We left really late. And because of that, right? Or rather, I got tethered. I was trying to phase and I kind of got stuck where I was with fat fingering my keyboard, right? But you could have just kind of like walked away from that. So that kind of kept you from being able to reset right away and start holding players right away, right? Putting more pressure, reset, be the first one to start engaging again. Reset, be the first one to start engaging again. So because we kind of like started off late, they re-engaged us first. And now we're taking that pressure and now we're the ones who kind of have to be like chill and be passive. Once we got like fully reset though, instead of playing off of a corner or off of a head glitch, you're just standing right there in the open. So even though you're trying to shoot your gun and you're trying to be engaged, you're making it really hard for you to manage your health to keep being engaged. And that just basically forced you to get knocked right there. Kind of like that Ash who just like jump padded through the open. Like that person had like no brain cells. They went right into the open, they stopped in the open, they stayed in the open, they got knocked for being in the open. If he had pushed to a corner, he might have actually been able to pick all of us off considering we're hurt, we're stunned, and he wouldn't have died for it. Right?
Right.
So good at coaching, or my bad, so good at not tilting. It's actually incredible straight to coach mode.
Way off of it.
I've been doing it for so long, I just don't care, you know? Yeah, exactly. So what I want you to think about here, because when you and me, we first met each other, right, in that one random match, the thing that we were trying to work on is putting pressure to follow through. So if we want to think of fighting, we want to think of Apex in 3 stages. Stage 1, or rather, my bad, I'm overcomplicating it right now. Basically, we can think of it super, super simply. Who's putting pressure? If we're putting pressure, our goal is to move up. If no one's putting pressure, our goal is to put pressure first. If we're taking pressure, our goal is to reset first, create that pause, start all over again. Who's putting pressure? No one. We're putting pressure first. So it's we can break it down to one of those three things, right? We're either doing it, we're moving up. No one's doing it, we're trying to do it first to move up, or we're taking it, we're moving back to reset so that we can move up. That's as simple as Apex gets. If you're not comfortable, all good. Take a step back. You don't got to commit for no reason.
Got you. So be first, even if you have to reset, but don't let them push you off your reset first.
Exactly, yeah, reset, look first. I'm gonna land on L star here. I'm gonna hit L star first.
2, 3 teams.
On us, really? Here, land over here.
Yeah. Yeah, one landed directly on you.
Bro, oh my god, I fucking suck with the triple take, bro. I have no ammo. He's gonna push you,
Backing up
Kai.
you. The other team is pushing. Up top.
So right now, we're in an awful situation, right? Can we reset out of this POI? Can we create space from what is basically an insanely scuffed drop?
Yeah.
That was my bad. I landed and I grabbed a triple take.
Yeah, that's tragic. That team landed right on top of you.
Yeah, it wasn't even so much that they landed up.
Below.
There's a fucking team like right on us here. There's a team here. So right now, if you have a gun, pissed on here. Come on! Oh. On our height. So I'm trying to reset. I'm trying to get into cover. I'm trying to create space from this.
No, 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 no.
Oh, my aim is so bad. That smoke is gonna let them walk up on me for free.
Next ring. Superior.
I'm gonna res you here.
Best you again. I've elevated my skills.
Here, let's reset. Oh, we can't. Yeah, I have my ult. Team close here. Knocked one. I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck, I'm dead. Oh, can't believe I made that.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it was one team right there or what, but no, I dropped my Mastiff. Ugh. Yeah, it's still two teams there. I know, I'm coming, I'm coming.
A new kill. We have our target. Do not let them best you again.
Yeah, that was a really scuffed drop. Okay, I can craft you here. Can you craft him and plug him in? Did he craft you? He did, okay. So right now, he's crafting you, so there's no pressure on us, right? I'm gonna start putting pressure on them to see if maybe I can pick up some knocks, maybe I can pick up some kills here. I want to make sure that I'm doing my best to keep teams from wanting to look at us. Oh, how did that hit me? Really? Really? Oh, dude. So they're gonna want to start crossing on up. I'm gonna back off here. But yeah, they definitely want to start pulling up on us. They're gonna be walking up, right? So the closer we play, the easier it is for them to swing us. We take a big step back right now. We're gonna actually be able to kind of play off of what they're trying to do. They're playing right on top of teammate. Maybe we can zip up to them. Their Ash is gonna probably ult up to them. Yeah, the Ash did. How'd that not tether him? Yeah, let's back up here if we can. Unfortunately, this is kind of just the consequences of a bad drop, right? Constantly getting chased, constantly trying to reset, re-engage. Once we get some solid loot, it'll be a little bit easier to kind of counter them. They just have ripple and so much loot, right? Here, I'm gonna ult this.
There's no way they're about to.
Yeah, they are.
That's actually nuts.
I'm gonna hit this care pack low key, and then we're gonna like walk it in right here.
Normally I'm top of the building here.
No, oh my god, I just grabbed. They're swinging you.
Back up. Engage.
You're good. I'm pushing them back off of you. You back off there. Put a smoke and back up.
Yep.
Put a smoke on them. Yeah, you hear them all off to our side, right? So we need to look at where we're hearing them because they're gonna start looking for us, right? They're fucking weird. Ash is gonna be pulling up, right? Let's get to a head glitch. Get to a head glitch here. They're gonna want to start walking up. Here, I'm gonna ult this back. Look here. This team is just like literally the definition of horny. So we need to understand every time we move, that team, they want to keep that pressure. They want to keep walking up on us. So if we take that step back and we're not on a head glitch watching for them to step into the open space recreated, what's going to happen is this. We're just running nonstop. We're running nonstop. We're running nonstop. Because there's nothing keeping them from chasing us.
If we get that head glitch and apply pressure, they have to stop so they're not getting beamed.
Exactly. Right there, we're kind of just letting them walk up on us because, well, we weren't putting enough pressure to hold that team back. Team here. Here. I'm gonna swap this. And let's back up here, okay? Because remember, they might want to try and push up. It's two teams. Maybe there's a team in our back. Let's not get stuck in the middle. Everyone has to come to us anyways.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yep. Our back looks kind of chill right now.
I'm just gonna smoke that off.
They're gonna start pulling up here, right? They have to move through the open, so we're gonna... Actually, I don't have a nade here. I'm gonna play a little bit further back. Let them step in the open. They saw one. Here, I gotta back up. Yeah,
No way.
it's all good. So right there, right? You knew that they're walking up, but you're not holding that angle yet. You're playing inside that room. That's passivity. Right? We want to create those opportunities so at the moment there's a break, that's a push, right? We're looking for those moments to have a fair, a fair aggressive swing. And when we're not ready for those moments because we know it's coming, we miss them, things get dragged out, more people keep fighting, and that shit just, it just takes forever, nothing ever happens, or, things go south really quick, right? We create passivity. Okay. So you should, again, it's almost a nuisance because it feels like you have to always be doing something. But that's just kind of the nature of how things are, especially when you're trying to be picking up consistent kills, be trying to like rank up. You have to just constantly be holding those head glitches. You have to constantly be engaged. You have to constantly be looking at what you're forcing players to do. We backed off. We're forcing them to walk through the open. And we're not looking at the thing that we're forcing, so they do it for free. And now we just don't get to punish them for what we made them do.
Okay.
Is it okay to be passive aggressive? It depends on what you mean by that.
So I'm still pretty much doing the reset, but not re-engaging. I'm just letting them move for free after I'm resetting.
Yeah, like we reset right there, and now you're looting that room. Right. So
Right.
you're not being engaged. So yeah, you're resetting and you're not being engaged. Is there a tutorial for aiming? I've made 2 over the last few years. I'm going to be doing a new one really soon because I have a new updated way that I like to explain it. So if you kind of bear with me here, give me about a week or 2, there's going to be a new guide on that. I'm going to have a free guide on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing a more super in-depth guide, a really long version of it. And it'll be like a $5 guide that you guys can purchase on FPS Lounge, which is like a coaching website.
Introducing your champion.
Yeah, the warm-up routine video, nice. I'm happy you enjoy that, Zora. Wouldn't it have been better to hold height outside? Yes and no. The reason why no is because we would have been exposing our back to everyone around us, and we wanted to catch that team. Now, here's the thing. If we had caught that team the way that we should have, that fight would have ended like that, and we could have moved through the bunker into Storm and around with all of the loot that we would have got off their boxes, so that we wouldn't have to fight everyone in our back rotating into third-party S. So it's more than just what is the right idea for this particular situation. It's what's the right idea with everything that's happening around us. If we had done that, in theory, it would have been better. But in reality, we're opening ourselves up to get shot from so many different angles. Team here. So, I don't know, how many, did the team land above us? I wasn't watching.
I didn't see anyone land above us, but I saw people land in front of us.
Yeah. Here, I'm dropping a flatline.
Perfect.
So we know there's this team here, right?
Right.
Just make sure that we're looking for them. They're not looking. Fuck me, I dropped.
Yeah, there's one on top.
Here, let's reset. So now we're between everyone, right? Low key, a little bit of a scuff drop.
Crashed.
All good. It crashed? No.
I'm just frozen in the air. I'm good now.
So let's reset. Let's not get stuck between everyone. Follow me. Reset, reset. We're gonna reposition. So if this isn't looted here, we're gonna give this a quick loot. It's not. There might be a team on the outside though. So yeah, we never take fights in the open. We never take fights in the middle. We only ever take fights on the outside. We only ever work our way into fights. So right, I'm gonna take a seat back. So right now they're not fighting. All good. We are going to be the third party. So let's wrap around. I'm gonna hit this weapon supply. And our goal right now, right, is to get these kills and to get loot off of their shit.
I'm gonna hit the harvester.
Perfect. Alright, now we start working our way up into them. So listen for the guns that we're hearing. They got one knock. But they actually have two knocks over here. So they're about to wipe. They should hypothetically wipe any second. That's the full wipe. So now they're looting. And possibly reviving someone. Fuck, right here. I just dropped down by... I got all back up. I thought they were deeper. So right now, let's watch, right? They're going to probably try and take my ult and probably try and get up here. Play off of head glitches, right? Watch for what's about to happen. Watch for this push. So we know where they're playing. Ash is right here. Alright, so now, can you put a smoke on them? We want to get close, right? We don't want to poke. We want to swing.
Alright, they're smoked off. And I got beat.
Break their door. Put another smoke on them if you can. Let's start walking up here, right? We took away their line of sight. Let's try to play close here. I'm gonna reset here if I can. I'm batting. That's 2. 1 more. Keep up that health and swing them. Put them in the open. Lock them in, right? Here we go. And we're probably gonna get thirded soon, so let's make sure we're getting healthy. Right? Healthy and then loot. I'd rather be healthy with minimal loot and play life than have no health, all the loot in the world, and instantly get killed.
Right. I mean, you're just giving it all away.
Yeah. Now you notice, right? That team, like, they weren't really holding us, so they let us just walk up for free. And then so we did. Got right on top of them and wiped them, like, pretty much instantly.
Nothing will get past me. I'm opening this hole. Extended energy magazine here.
Everything's right on over here. 12 squads left. We can go maybe look for that over there.
Okay.
Yeah, what a Luis.
Seeing myself do it and noticing what I'm not supposed to be do makes it make a lot more sense as to why things happen the way they do.
Yeah. Alright, so right now, let's think. We're hearing tons of audio. We don't know exactly where they're playing, but we're hearing sound there, so we can literally just assume there's a team in front of us. So as we're walking up, just like how we would kind of like be poking in and out of our cover, we're poking in and out, we're looking for these different angles. I just saw a trail. There's a guy like right in front of us here. Teammate got a big break. He's not going to look. That's a chance to start crossing up for free. All the open space is free. Now we're close. All right, so now we're a little bit closer. Next time we get a break, this might be a swing for us.
And that's
I just got 1 meg. Nice. Good reset. But you can maybe put a smoke, take the pressure off, and we can reset here. Right? You can start rezzing right now instead of landing in the open.
where are you at?
That was my bad for getting knocked.
You're good.
Start popping that bat, start resetting, right?
Getting damage off of that ult.
Okay, maybe we can start putting pressure and start walking up here. I'm gonna take height. I'm looking for angles. I'm looking to put pressure. I don't have to be full health to shoot my gun. Don't play too tight. Don't play too on that.
Fuck. I swung way too deep. She's gone.
You are not this pitiful. Get up.
I'm gonna play my life here.
That's 2 teams.
So I overcommitted the shit out of that, and I got shot by 2 people when I peeked. What you did, right? So I overcommitted to my peak and got hit by 2 people. You overcommitted to your swing, right? You did a good job trying to force damage, but here's the thing. You forced it, and you stay forced. And because you're staying forced, you're staying locked in, you're staying close, you're gonna... Keep coming if you can.
I have caught them. Do not let them best.
I'm letting you die here.
Yeah.
Where can I res you? So they just resed in Storm. I'm fucking dead here. I looted for no reason and now I'm dead. Now I'm stuck right here. I'm stuck right here in the open. My gun's not out. Yeah. Looting that ammo killed me. yeah, what we want to practice, right? You can think of your swings a lot like peaks. If I'm going to peek you, right? We're having this poking battle at a distance. Am I stepping out in the open and shooting you nonstop, or am I peeking in and out of cover?
Peeking in and out of cover.
Why? What's the difference? I mean, I can one mag you.
They can one mag you too.
They one mag me back. So you're swinging, awesome. You're forcing that fight. You have the initial advantage because you're the one doing it. They don't know if you're going to go left, right, up, down, forwards, backwards, deep, short, right? They don't know. So you have the initial advantage. You're hitting your shot first. You might even pick up a knock. But because everything you do to someone, they can do back to you, you're not just 1v1ing him, you're 1v1ing the entire area because you're stuck there. When we killed that first team in that building, inside of what's it called, capacitor, I think it is what it was. When we swung in, I swung in, did damage, but I took a step back. I didn't stay there. We were winning. We had a knock. We also had one tethered and one broke, but I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to knock myself by committing and keep trying to deal damage. So just like how you peek, cover, deal damage, keep up your health, deal damage, keep up your health. It's the same thing with the swing. You're going to swing, force damage, but you're going to take a step back, go back into cover, manage your health, re-swing, deal damage, back into cover, re-swing, deal damage, back into cover.
Right. Okay. Because because I overcommitted, almost knocked a lifeline, not thinking that her teammate was right there, and I was still playing in the open, trying to get the damage, and her teammate killed me.
Exactly. Dasher, do you aim with your arm? I aim, like my flicks are with my arm and my shoulder. My recoil control and a lot of my tracking, unless it's like very close face to face, most of my tracking is with my wrist and my fingers. I play like a medium high sense, so I can't really look, if this is the range of motion of my wrist. The odds that someone goes like this across my screen is very low. So I'm doing a lot of this. That's all my wrist. If I try to do that with my arm, like I'm barely moving my arm. I can move my wrist more than I can move my arm doing that. So this is all flicking with my shoulder and with my my elbow, and then all my tracking and my minor flicking and my adjustments is all my wrist.
One team with us at Gauntlet.
All right, cool. I'm gonna land on the energy L-star. Oh, I just disconnected. That's two teams and they're beating us. Or one team.
I'm landing here.
Fuck me, bro. I had an awful drop. So we know where this team is, right? This team wants to fight us, especially if they start getting loot first. They got loot. They're gonna start walking up. We need to get ready and hold angles that look at where they're gonna be moving through. He's split over here. Split on the left. Let's start looking left for this guy if we can.
Crack that Ash.
Above me.
Above you.
Lifeline. Pressure so that you can walk up off that pressure, right? Teammate got a huge knock here. I shit on one. He's gonna have to look away. If he doesn't, I'm gonna keep him in the open here. He's dead because he stayed in the open. Last one, we're at. Nice, good stuff.
Actually, that L-star feels insane. I mean, Rampage feels insane.
Good shit. Snare. Am I still off weed? Yeah, I'm doing my best not to smoke. I'll smoke every now and then, but I'm not like smoking every night like I used to.
Weapon bin.
All right. So I'm looking for a... Found it, never mind. Fighting close to us, we can look for that.
All right.
Now
So
you-
when you know that there's fighting close to you and you want to initially engage it, how do you go about it?
So I'm not swinging it just because they're fighting. I'm poking at it, and just
Right.
like a normal fight, I work my way in. So I'm not... Remember, it's 2 teams. I can't just be in there, right? I have to pick people off, and I have to play on the outside so that I'm not getting wrapped on and I'm not getting swung. Big fight right here. So it's still 2 teams. It's very crazy, right? I have to play very cautiously on the outside. Okay. All right,
Got it.
crazy shit happening, right? Let's take a step back. There's so much happening right now. I have no idea what's even going on. So I'm gonna play on the outside here. I see some knocks over here. There's a Gibby in the open over here.
Even killing them was no.
I think the Gibby's solo. And the Gibby's on blue, so I'm gonna keep the pressure on this guy.
Thermite out.
Like a one-man army.
Well, again, I'm not putting myself in a situation to get looked at, right? I'm
Right.
maintaining outside angles. Think of it when we're in the range. What was I constantly saying when we started our fights in the range? You hear where I am? What are you doing?
Shooting at where you are to hold them
Yeah.
there. Keep the
Yeah, but
pressure.
what was... Remember, do you remember what I was saying in specific? Find a corner that looks out where you hear me. So what I'm constantly
Right.
doing is I'm finding corners, I'm finding angles, I'm finding head glitches that just look in the direction that I'm hearing sound. I'm constantly shooting, but I'm always able to just, boom, instantly go back into cover. You can't touch me anymore. So that's what we're doing there. We're just shooting, shooting, shooting. Cover, cover, cover. And I'm thinking to myself, what I do to people, they have to look away. And I swing that, and then I leave, right? So I'm creating that play, making them look away, moving in, securing my kill, moving away, right? Pressure, they look away, swing up, knock, move away. Pressure, swing in, get a knock, move away. And now I'm always dealing damage, but I'm never getting shit on. I'm not staying long enough to get shit on.
Right.
The hardest part for people is breaking that bad habit of like shitting on people and then wanting to stay. Everyone is like, "Oh my god, I'm popping off!" They have like an orgasm because it's like so cool and
Yeah.
it's like so addicting to feel. You have to break that habit and you have to focus on thinking like, what are the consequences if you stay here? It's no different than staying in an ego challenge, right? If I peek you really far away and I just shoot, I'm gonna get one bagged.
Right.
What rank am I on the main account? My main account is currently Masters, right on the edge of Pred. I hit Masters last night. Recorded it, so we'll upload a video off in the coming days. Recommend Control Freaks 100%. Control Freaks give you extra leverage over your thumbstick. It gives you more range of motion. So for things like aiming and recoil control, it can be actually a little bit easier to do those things. But for movement, I wouldn't recommend it. Do I use NVIDIA filters? I do not, no. I just put a filter on my OBS. Yeah, we're coaching Samurai. We're not coaching the other guy. All right, so remember what I said earlier? What was the goal with our ranked matches? Are we trying to just kill teams, or what are we trying to do? What's the goal here?
We're trying
Back
to
over here,
practice
Deception.
what we were doing, getting position, and being prepared for end game.
So main thing that I said was we're setting ourselves up for the end game. So right now, if
Yeah.
we're playing over here, look at everyone that's rotating into us. Right? Let's instead go play Relic. We're gonna hold relic, and we'll try to get a top 5. Most important thing with ranked is top 5 streaks. When you hit a 5 out of 5 top 5 streak, you get an extra 50 points by just loading into the game.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
A lot of people don't, right? So in ranked, especially when you're in Masters and Pred, you take negative 90 by logging in, right? That's the points of just like getting into the match, negative 90. So you definitely want to have a top 5 streak going. Otherwise, if you get knocked off drop, it's game over, right? Like you just lose so much. Imagine you get 100, like a 200 point second place, or like 100 point second place. But you have a top 5 streak going. That's 150 extra points, right?
Right.
And that's just an extra like 50 points right there. So it adds up, especially over the course of like a really long top 5 streak. So right now, people are going to start rotating in. There's still 7 other teams, right? Like, look at your mini-map for a second. Just think of it like this. 1 team, 2 team, 3 team, 4 team, 5 team, 6 team, 7 team. That looks like a lot on the map, especially when they all start wrapping in. So if we chill right here, no one's in our back, right? We are the back. Really soon, shit is going to start happening. People rush the mid game for no reason. They rush the shit out of the mid game for no reason. Really soon, things are about to start happening on the edge. Let's play edge, looking at that fight. Let's play edge and look over at this fight, Loba. So again, we're not swinging in. Oh, who's this? I'm on this. I'm helping out Loba. Loba just...
We're already in the next ring. Now we wait.
What are you looking at? Here, I'm looking at what Loba's looking at.
Okay. There's a Pathfinder behind us in the building.
So team walking up on ping. I'm gonna get an angle. I want to keep pressure on them, and if I'm holding the same angle as you, I'm not keeping pressure. Well, you see, we're all holding the same thing, so all they have to do is look right here. Okay. Well, I'm fucked.
Back up.
You see how bad that got so quick? Do you see how we instantly lost pressure? I'll see if I can help you, but no promises. On your head. I'm fucking dead, low key. Yeah, I mean... Okay, I tapped out. Okay, nice. They all died. Okay, you see how quickly that went to shit right there?
Right.
You stopped putting pressure, you rotated to me, and you not shooting your gun let that team look at us more. Now, not only did you rotating take pressure off, but you're holding the same angle as me. I'm putting pressure. So the fact that they only have to look at one spot makes their job like above us 100 times easier. If we can hold different spots, they're getting pressured from all angles, right? And now it's impossible for them to look. And it's easy for us to walk up. Here, come grab this gold. Come grab this gold helmet on me. All right, I'm gonna hold on in the open here. I'm gonna craft. I'm gonna come back to you, okay?
Okay.
So stay zone.
There's some cover there.
We must correct their failure.
Okay.
Res behind us.
So right now, I'm gonna make sure that I'm putting pressure on where I'm hearing people play. There's a solo like lurking over here somewhere if you want to look for that.
Gotcha.
Everyone has to come to zone. Oh, that sucked. So there's still loads of fighting happening right now. Let's make sure we're engaging with what we're hearing.
There's somebody on me somewhere. Okay, right there.
Okay, let's wipe that. Let's get them out of our back and let's start rotating the zone, okay? Let's wipe this. Let's wipe this behind us.
Wanna move, put your gun away.
He's like 2 shot.
We gotta rotate a zone. We might need to smoke and hold these teams back. We might need to take the pressure off, so right? Let's think to ourselves, who's putting pressure, us or them? If it's them, how do we take that pressure off?
Smoke them off and then apply pressure after.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So let's look, team right here. Let's move a little bit further. Let's move a little bit further back here so that we have some space between us and them. Remember, it's multiple teams, right? So we don't want to be congested and then have a team wrap up on us. And again, also hold multiple angles. When when you guys play right up against me and I need to move, you guys can't.
Right.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Shields are depleted.
Where the fuck?
Recharging.
You have an angle on that? Tethered one on
Yeah.
purple. So
They're
this
pushing me
Deception's trying to play really close. Do you have your ult here? Can you push them back? Right?
Yes.
Alt this rock right here. You ulted us. Feathered one. We have one knock. Play in cover. Deception. Oh, this guy's gonna get one megged. Okay. I'm gonna back up and try and play some zone here. Try to play some cover. Remember, zone, zone, zone. Let's make sure we're in zone holding. We gotta back up here. We need to have a spot that we can play from. They're not looking at us, so I'm gonna take this as a chance to start walking up for free. With my pressure, they're gonna start looking back and away. If we can, let's see if we can like wipe this shit right here. Oh, he's got a peacekeeper. I'm trying to get out of the open. Put a smoke, right? Give us cover. Close, spot him.
One's below you.
Yeah, I'm fucking... You don't have bang ult, do you?
No.
Careful, just play slow and heal up. Here. How about an ult? Just climb up right here. They're big fighting. This is a wipe for us. It's a 1v1 here. Can you kill that guy?
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm thinking just way too much and waiting for you to tell me to do something and I'm not being proactive at all.
Yeah, that's the thing with like most people when they're not like IGLing, they feel like they have to like wait for direction. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, something that every player needs to realize, and I see this a lot with people who are like masters even, and they're trying to get pred. Like I play with a lot of people who are like mechanically 100 times better than me. They could beat me 10 out of times in a 1v1, but when it comes to ranked, I drop more damage than them. Like, how the fuck does that happen? What? And it's because even though they're shooters, they don't know how to get themselves to shoot. And it simply comes down to, you just have to play your legend, right? Off of the things that we talked about in the range, the fundamentals of how to take a fight. How can you use your legend to put yourself into those positions? How can I and Ash put myself into the next corner that looks at the audio that I'm trying to fight? I can dash into that position and I can start playing really hard off of that angle. If it's not working, I can ult back, right? I can use my ult and I can move our team to a big off angle on the outside of a fight. And now we're not in the middle of the fight, but we're constantly looking into the fight. US Bangalore, right? Okay, shit. We have Preds in our lobby for one, but okay, shit. You know, we're taking this gunfight as a team, and you know, the Preds that we're fighting right now, they're putting all this pressure on us. How do we get them off of our back? Well, if we put a smoke on them, they can't keep that pressure. We have a second to breathe, recover. Now we can work our way into them. So
Okay.
this is gonna be it's gonna come down to you. You have to play creative in the sense that you're playing your legend. How can I use my abilities to just do shit? Right? There's no such thing as a wasted ability as long as it has a purpose.
This is your champion.
Many have made the mistake of crossing me. Many more will make it today.
All right. All right. Got it.
Dude, that is so sexy.
Good, bro.
A cough in my mouth, daddy. Is that a smoker's cough or is that a sick cough?
It's a smoker's cough.
That's the best kind to spit, you know? You just...
It's not one, buddy.
Alright, let's see where he takes us.
Hey, we have water. Can I have your water? Hey.
So let's look. Anyone coming with us? No, we're free.
Let's see.
We might have a team late landing, look here.
So the one team's served off. Actually.
Yeah, there's like 3 teams crash.
Light ammo here. Optics here. Mid-range. 1 minute. We have significant ground to cover.
Already going for that.
Stand back. I'll take this hold.
Chat says, why is everyone stuck in D4? Well, the way that the rank system works, once you kind of hit like high plat... Team Mama.
No. See if I can get a smoke over to you.
Like, this guy. Right here, right here. Piston right there on that ping. Nice. Last one. Swing together, right? Put this guy in the open. Nice. Good shot. Yeah, that was the team I thought was late landing on us. Thank you for a swap. Thank you for a swap.
I have sharpened my skills. Your attentiveness has proved valuable.
I need heals.
I have no idea they were back there.
Damn it, there's no heals.
Yeah, I didn't know they were there either. They, I didn't see them drop in, but I thought there might have been a team that came really late. But my bad. Yeah, so chat, the reason why everyone is stuck in D4, the way that the rank system works, once you hit like high plat or like mid diamond, you start getting into pred lobbies, and those preds, the way that ranked is designed, if you can't compete against a pred, they're gonna hold you in diamond.
Why is that?
It's just designed that way so that, so here's the issue. If you have it so that you only fight your rank, what eventually happens is that the better of the plat players eventually rank up into diamond, and then the low plat players don't have anyone holding them in low plat. So those low plat players work their way up to high plat, and then eventually the golds work into plat, even though they don't deserve it. Those low plats are now fighting high golds that are in low plat. They kill them, work their way up to diamond, and it creates this like upward funnel effect where as soon as the good players in your rank are gone, you take their spot, and you hypothetically become that rank, even though you shouldn't be. So by setting it up that you fight the rank above you, they will hold you in your rank if you don't belong there.
This scanned top diving boy.
Okay.
So in all reality, I'm a plat player who just happens to get into diamond because all the good diamond players move the master.
Yeah,
That makes
unfortunately.
total sense. You have to change that.
Do you have any extra energy by chance?
I already hit that.
He was dropped. I think we should walk in behind them.
Yeah, yeah. Where did they drop to?
Like over here somewhere. There was a Loba bracelet. I don't know. I only saw the Loba. She like dropped and threw her bracelet actually at the same time, so her body flying.
Alright. So let's look at map, right? We're gonna rotate in.
I think, but like I saw her body drop, but like, her bracelet was already thrown somewhere else. I didn't know
We
this
rotate
fell
in, there's a
somewhere
team
else,
gonna be in
but,
front of us.
Yeah, team fighting on my ping. Let's walk it into this choke right here. Walk it into this choke right here. We can kind of look at this angle here. Rev's gonna go wide, it looks like. So you and me, we have to play slow. Rev's not with us. Look at how long he's gonna be. We're gonna basically pinch them here. We knocked two here. So you're hearing that audio, right? Let's make sure we're keeping pressure on the audio. That's my knock. That's my knock. Okay, so I'm in the middle. I'm gonna reset to height. I'm gonna start looking. I got knocked.
Fuck.
So alt the team back. Alt the team back. Play your life right now, right? Holster, play your life. Go back in the zone where we came from. Is this your alt?
Yeah, it's my ult.
Okay. If you need to, just go into Storm. It's only round 1, so you don't have to be scared of Storm. Yeah, drop down. I'm gonna see if I can crawl down to you. So you notice right there, right? I was the only one looking, moving up and putting pressure. We're hearing the sound, but I'm the only one actually shooting my gun. Because we're not keeping that pressure and you guys are just walking into it, what ends up happening is that you just all get jumped on.
I just shouldn't have hit that pad. I hit it. That was such a bad angle. I just got
No, you're chilling.
Is there a... No, there's not one right here. It's up above.
Let's see. Let's rotate around. So I don't know how many people are left up there. I don't want to go fight a full team when they could be a full pred team. There was a death right here a minute ago.
We have 45 seconds to cross a great distance.
Yeah, I got an evac here. So we can craft right here. So we're gonna come around. It's only round 1, so we don't really need to, or it's only round 2, so we don't really need to, again, care about Storm. It doesn't do that much damage. They're ulting me. How did that hit me? I'm trying to just play my life low key.
Oh, got pushed by them both.
Yep. When you're flying in, you really want to try and land in cover in case stuff like that happens. You just landed right in the open.
Right.
Right. So again, everything that we do is all based off of the next corner. If you're just like, I'm gonna fly in and just land wherever I want, all shit like that's gonna happen more consistently than you'd like.
No matter what you do, you're always looking for cover, even if you're flying, running,
Always, yeah.
chasing, always looking for cover.
Yeah. Even when you're winning, right? Like, you're swinging in, you're trying to push someone face to face. If you don't have cover, you're fucked. You're dead. Right, there's a lot of shit in front of me. I'm gonna try and come in right here. Do you have heals on your box?
Yeah. I think one bat and a couple cells.
Alright, this thing got wiped for fighting you. That was them.
Recharging. Excellent. I am at max level. I am sharpening my skills. Replicating. Releasing an arc star.
Come on, syringe, bro. Oh my god, I'm gonna die to zone, bro, because this shit.
That's unlucky.
Bro, I fucking hate the heal wheel so much, bro. Oh, damn it. So yeah, when we went into that last fight that you ended up dying for. Oh shit, you're diamond, bro. He shit. I didn't even realize.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
So when we went into that last fight, that we ended up, you know, 2 of you ended up dying for. It came down to you were hearing all this audio, but you weren't putting yourself off of the corners to like look at
Right.
it. If I know you felt like you were moving up, right, and you were, but you weren't looking enough for it, right? You weren't just moving straight to that next shit. You're like dawdling, like wiggling your way up. You were waiting for it to kind of pop out at you. And then
Yeah.
shit just kind of, it dragged out too long, right? And then also, as soon as you started feeling that pressure back, you didn't leave right away. So again, it's not a wait to see what happens. It's you're putting pressure or you're taking it off. And that's the end of it. There's nothing else that happens. You're either doing it or you're taking it off.
Yeah, I went tunnel vision. Full tunnel vision on the lifeline. Not even thinking of, I was thinking play cover, kill lifeline, not play cover and reset because I don't even have cover to really
Yeah.
play.
Land there.
Relic. I'm landing on the R9. No, stretch, go deep, go deep, go deep. There's 2 teams going short. I'm gonna land on the Eva. Like, look, they're all landing on each other, right? Like, oh, fuck, I'm on Octane.
Oh, this is fucking lovely.
We know there's 2 teams. Our goal, be engaged, but don't be on the inside. They're kind of walking up towards us. So I'm gonna just keep myself on the outside. I don't play on the inside of fights, and they're not even fighting. So the second that we start shooting, everyone in this area just, third party. So I'm just gonna back off. Take a second, do my thing. Weapon supply bin, I'd probably come and hit that shit quick. Okay. They're starting to fight.
Yeah, they're shooting our team.
Oh, they're walking up on us. Left side, left side.
Cracked one.
Coming.
There's 2 teams.
One there.
We knocked one on that red ping. Let's keep this pressure here, right? We don't want them to get this revive. The fact that we're all full but no one's walking up is actually insane right now. They just res because of this. Like, you see what I'm talking about, right? No one's keeping pressure.
Yeah.
They're gonna get away with everything because of this. Like, oh my god. Force that knock, take a step back. You need to be... Nice, he's stuck on tether.
Keep on fire.
Right there, you had that guy one shot, but you didn't go for that kill.
Use my shooter if you need it.
Apply pressure.
He's taking your height. Never give up your height. He's gonna get full health. Pop a heal on his door. He's full health. Don't kick. You have no health. Don't kick it.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Here, I'll give you a knockdown. Pop a last cell. You can walk through and just force him here. Damage and swing him. Pop.
This
Now he's on
guy's
your. Now you're on.
fucking going.
You have to force him down. You have to make him come down here. If you start resing, he's gonna be forced to come down to stop it.
Coming.
That was
They
such a
even hear
late.
the fucking audio.
That dude had such a late call. Okay, so right there, right? One, we'd never drop off height for a kill. Especially if you can look down and you can shoot it, then you just shoot it from where you are. Right? So you swung off that shit for no reason, and you just flew right back up and you're like, okay, well, GG. Then, on top of that, you're healing, you're trying to kick in his door while he's healing. So all you're doing is you're just, and especially when you have no health, you're letting him heal. When you kick in that door, he's just going to knock you. He's going to fight you with all that extra HP.
Right.
So if someone's healing and you can't stop it and you're hurt, just do the same thing, right? Get back to a fair fight. It's no different than you shoot him, he shoots you at a distance. You guys both go into cover, you heal. It's the same shit, right? You guys both have cover right there. You guys just both heal. Now, as soon as you got into the building, or rather, as soon as he was stuck in the middle of that room and you're playing off of 2 knockdown shields, what do we do when we're in front of each other in the range? Right? We jab, and we swing. Right there, you're just jab, you're jab. You're throwing all these jabs, and he's just like, okay, well, thank you for letting, thank you for not pushing me. Thank you for not making me take damage. Right there, you had to force that fight. Because you just peeking that nonstop is just dragging it out.
So my thought process on that first when he flew up and I swung down is that I had him one shot. So I figured if I was able to swing on him and get off that damage, like that minimal amount of damage, we'd be able to kill him and reset.
Here's the thing.
But you're saying to just stay up.
Here's the thing. That's not the wrong thought process. You did that just super sloppy. You didn't swing him. You went wide on him. You got an angle. So it's like if someone's playing a circle and you step right, he steps left, he's back into cover. It's the same shit right there. You didn't go to him, you went around him.
I swung out of the angle, giving him more time to get away and take my position.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm landing with the All-Star. So they're landing building. Actually, they want that L-Star. I'm letting charge down. I'm going to charge down now.
Fuck me.
But you got to play off of what you're seeing. So if someone's not letting you do what you want, like...
Oh.
charge on my sentinel. You have loot or
No
no?
weapon for me. Nothing. I just grabbed the Mastiff. No Zam.
Guy underneath me. Fucking idiot, get off me.
Reset. Don't play. Reset and look for them.
Where are they?
No idea.
On my right. I heard something like... They might be trying to grab their homie's banner on me.
Come on, climb, climb, climb.
Maybe not. Oh, maybe they're gone.
I think they're gone.
They're right there, right? You can't... Here's the thing, dude. You can't play off of me when, like, we're landing, right? Like, you gotta remember, I don't know what teams are gonna do. Right? I'm not...
Yeah.
I can't read their emotions. I can't hear their comms to each other. So, I have a plan. I want L-Star, right? That's gonna give me an advantage. But that doesn't mean that they're not gonna go for it also. A lot of the time, you're gonna have to call an audible. And if you are waiting for me to tell you what's happening, when you are very capable of looking for yourself, you're always going to be the last one to kind of realize what's actually going down, which is exactly what happened right there.
Right.
Right? You weren't paying attention to what they were doing, and then you were just kind of left in the dust there.
With no loot and nowhere to go.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Chris? Dude, did I just absolutely clap you with that sentinel right there? My bad, bro. Where's your box? Is this actually you? Twisters! Oh, it's a master player. Oh, GG, bro. Flip it and ship it. Sorry, bro. Much love, dog. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you not being a toxic asshole. Imagine getting flipped on the coaching session. Yikes. Alright.
Alright.
Here, I gotta... You need a gold energy mag? Or do you need a gold heavy mag?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
I'm going inside the pit to hit the arsenal.
Yeah, Chris, bro, you scared me, man. I heard you climbing up on me, and I'm like, shit, I only got a sentinel. I'm kind of screwed. As soon as I hit that first shot on you, I'm like, okay, GG, I win these. No way I miss this next one. So just remember, right? The only thing that we've been kind of like working on today is making sure that we're able to basically shoot our gun.
Right.
So everything comes back to that, right? Am I landing so that I can loot to shoot? Right? Am I avoiding... You know, do I want the sentinel? No, I want the R9. Am I looting to set myself up to shoot? Am I landing to be able to loot so I can shoot? Right? Am I taking the pressure off of me so I can get back to shooting? It's all super simple stuff. You just need to kind of think to yourself, am I doing something to let me shoot? And if the answer is no, then you know that you need to make a correction somewhere.
Okay. I hear someone at that beacon on the opposite side of the mountain.
Where?
Here.
Okay, let's look for this. Can we set ourselves up to set ourselves up to shoot? Oh, I don't see anything looted. Are you sure you heard something?
I thought I did. Like footsteps. Guess not. I'm tripping. Yeah,
But you
I
weren't
did.
tripping.
They're over here. Set myself up to shoot.
Tons of damage. Using this to walk up.
There's two in front of you and one inside building here.
Yep. I'm pushing Ash over here. No, I'm not. He's on my height.
Crack the Ash, Valkyrie.
Alright, can you keep pressure there?
Yep.
To the next cover. Remember, they're gonna hold you. I don't have a pad. I don't have pad. If they ashed away, right, then they're no longer playing there. That's a chance to walk up. GG.
Oh,
No, as soon as I jump down, I'm really far. I can't help. So here, I don't know if you know about this climb up. Check this out. Climb up right here.
oh yeah.
Climb up. Climb up. Duo. That's a different team. They see us. So I'm gonna get myself here to a spot that I can shoot my gun. They're super split. I'm pushing that solo right there.
I'm gonna find a place to look.
I fell. Oh my god, I'm fucked.
Trying to make my way.
Okay. Maybe I'm not fucked. I don't have a pad. I'm gonna climb up. I want to be on the height, right? I don't want to play low ground when they have a Pathfinder.
She went inside.
She went inside?
Yes, on the opposite side. Towards y'all.
Okay. Where's Pathy? Okay. Alright, alright, alright. So there might be teams over here. There's a mythic bin. Let's get this mythic bin over here. There might be a team, so I'm gonna try to walk up to the height. Might be a team here. We're playing for this. They did res over here not long ago. Alright, good shit, guys. Yo, Shibadoo! What up, motherfucker? Damn, no one wants anything that's in here?
No, my loot's really good.
Gold Peacekeeper, massive Eva. Like, there's some, like, loot in here, guys. Oh, goddamn. Alright.
We have an Ash inside.
Where? Ping where? I'm gonna look for stuff.
Here. She just went to the other building. Two other full team in there. Oh, push.
Okay, I can't do anything about that. I have a knock. Alright, so let's see if can we put pressure and walk up? They're repositioning. Let's get that thirst. Alright. So, they're off the scene. All good. Oh yeah, they might be crafting. They might try to. No, they can't because they ran super far right, so they wouldn't be able to do that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna, again, right? We hold edge. We like to be hard to push, right? So we want to keep ourselves on the back. We don't want to be thirdable. And again, like, I know maybe we're not taking tons and tons and tons of fights in this. Did I just hear someone? No, it's my headset. My bad, I tripped. My headset sounds like you guys are enemies. Yeah, but right, we're playing the edge. We're not going to take tons of fights right now. But we're basically setting ourselves up so that come the end of this match, top 5 especially, it's going to be a lot easier to like avoid thirds, control where people play. There's a team over here. I almost have pad. They're all...
I killed someone.
Yeah, they're like on the backside over here. Where are you hearing them? Andres?
Yeah.
Here, let's look for this team. They're going to be to our left, right? So let's wipe this team to the left of us. I almost have my pad, so if it's like team up here, we can pressure them, then we can pad up into them. They're probably playing height right here, or they're on the low ground.
Maybe solo.
Yeah, I think they're in the very bottom. Might be like...
Ship maybe.
Okay. Yeah, inside here. I'm pretty sure it's inside. I see a death box down here. Nope. Maybe the ship. Maybe you're right. Check ship.
45 seconds. Ring ain't far.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god. He's in the wall. Alright, they're fighting. Let's focus on our rotation here for zone. Yeah, we kind of fucked up our zone priority, but we should be fine.
Team here.
So let's think, right? What's gonna be zone for us? This building right here. So that's what we're trying to fight for zone. So we're gonna have to try and push this team out if there's a team in there. There's no one in it, so whoever's playing here is actually stupid. So this is what we're trying to hold. Doesn't mean that we have to play inside of it, but we need to be looking so that people don't want to come for it. Behind me? On blue shield behind me, I'm pushing this guy.
There's a full team back there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Wrong call.
Oh, you're Sean. Kobe! 3, 2, 1. Oh, too short. Let's see where this next zone pulls. We're gonna have really good info here in a sec. Cool. We have to be back right, so let's start working ourselves back right here. I don't think I should. We can actually come completely wrap right here. Like, creep this in, creep this in.
I'm creeping with that.
One's like close right over here. Oh, they're running. So we can play... I think that's a duo, maybe? That's an awful spot to be. We don't even want to be there. They just low-key fuck themselves up. We're playing to hold here. Alt right here. Ash alt right here. So think right now, right? Who's putting pressure on us? Take that pressure off of us. That left team,
We
that
want them
right,
off of that, so I'm gonna ult it. So we can push in.
they're trying to swing us. On our left, on our left. We just got swung on our left. Close on us right here.
Pushing you. Yeah.
Like right in front of us. We're not pressuring this at all. They're just trying to walk up on us. Nice, I gotta pop out. I gotta pop out. Stay up, stay up, stay up. I'm gonna push this.
I don't have shields. I only have reds.
Oh, like... Put smoke on us, right? Keep us safe.
Yeah, I got it on us. Yeah.
Dude, let's try to take that pad to the height if we can. To the building.
Not for me.
All right, so you see right there, right? We can't just be shooting to shoot our gun. If we're shooting just to shoot, we're just poking. You have to think, when we're in the range, do we just poke just to poke, or are we poking to swing?
Poking the swing.
Poking to swing. So right now, you need to completely rethink about what we're doing, or you need to kind of try to readjust how you think about taking a gunfight with people, especially in these crazy big team fights, right? There's a team off on the right, team off on the left, team in front of us, maybe there's a team behind us, team above us, team below us. If we aren't interested in fighting that team, then we don't fight that team. Now, how can we as, for instance, let's just think of it as someone that you don't play. How can we as Ash not fight two different teams, but instead one? What is something that we could do as Ash?
You can be ballsy and port on the team that you want to fight, or port behind the team that you want to fight within cover.
Yeah, that's one, right?
So that
We
there's
can,
not a team at your back.
yeah, we can basically just take like one fight directly, right? Another thing that we could do is we could alt, or rather reposition, so that the line of sight basically determines that we only fight one team, right? If you think of it like a triangle, right? We're at the bottom of the triangle. We're getting hit by two different teams, right? Two different sides. So if we alt off to the left, well, now we almost create like a straight line. Now we're only fighting one team in the middle. The other team on the other side, well, they're not doing shit, right? They can't see us anymore.
Right.
Now, if we're fighting as Bangalore, how can we guarantee that we only fight the team that we want? Let's think of it in this situation. We already said that team on that right side, they had no cover playing that wall, right? Bunker had literally no cover. If they played high ground, they would be stuck in the open. So if we don't want to fight a spot that has an awful position, but we want to fight a spot that has a good position, how could we fight the left team but not the right team as Bangalore?
We can ult that team so they have to remove themselves from where they are, and we can focus on the other team that we want to fight.
Well, here's the thing. We don't want to move that team. They're already in a bad spot. All right? Let them stay there. Let them be in that awful situation. Don't make them leave a bad spot and possibly into a good one. So what could we do instead?
Just smoke them.
We could smoke between us and them so that they just don't engage us. And now we can focus on our main priority, this team that's actually in the midst of swinging us. We can take this 3v3, we can pressure, we can swing, we can wipe. Right? Now, when we were taking that fight with that team on that left, that team that actually swung us, I kept saying, there's a team right here on our left, right here on my ping. I broke one, this other guy's one shot. But nobody played off of it. You guys kept poking, you kept peeking. And because of that, nothing was forced. Things dragged out. They actually reset. And then when they got us, they actually swung us instead. So we need to constantly be trying to make sure that everything we do results in a swing, or leads up to forcing damage. Because if we just poke and we just peek, nothing's ever going to come out of it. Ever. It's very rare, especially once we start hitting Diamond Plus, that you can engage someone from 100 meters and knock them without them going back into cover. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
All right, so we're about an hour and 25 in. I think we went actually a little bit over than that. think we're like an hour and a half, hour 40 in. Do you have any questions before we wrap up our session today?
No, I think you've drilled it into me pretty well about how to play cover.
Good,
Playing
awesome.
cover and resetting off of everything, but also ensuring that they can't push you. So
Yeah.
I think I just need to more so practice on doing that so that I'm actually actively doing it like muscle memory without having to think about it constantly.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So this is what you're going to do for practice. Whether I think a really good way for you to practice is put yourself into tons of crazy situations. The best way for you to do that is going to be control and TDM. Gun run is kind of a waste of time, low key. So especially control, what you can do is practice playing zones that are constantly getting pushed. The best way to do that, don't go for B, play for their zone, the enemies, their spawn, is when you're on it, they're forced to spawn there to make sure that they can get that back. They're actually not even able to spawn on B anymore if someone is taking their zone, which means you're going to constantly have people coming to you. This means you're going to have to practice changing line of sights so that you're taking 1v1s. And it's going to also force you to practice not committing to fights. All right? That is your biggest issue, is taking yourself out of something that you're trying to make happen. Okay?
Okay. So control TDM, practice playing zones that are constantly being pushed, and practice not committing to fights
Yeah,
fully
practice.
and being able to get out of it when you're in a bad situation.
Yeah, your goal is to have a match where you do the most amount of damage on your team, but you've never got knocked.
Okay.
If you can have a perfect game where you don't get knocked, but you're doing tons of damage, when you go and you hop into an actual match, it's going to start training you to always look for players, but never to commit enough to the point that you die. And the more that you get better at that, you're going to start finding that you're always shooting, you're never dying, and because you're never dying, you're always shooting. Because you're always shooting, you're practicing not dying. Because you're never dying, you keep shooting. And again, just like how we talked about, the more pressure you do, the less they do. You start training yourself to kind of cycle up instead of cycle down. Okay?
Okay. I'm just noting all this myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm recording it, so I'll just send you the VOD when I'm done streaming later today.
Okay.
And you can go back and you can rewatch the whole thing.
Gotcha.
All right,
Don't
nope.
poke just to poke to swing.